Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another Warzone video on the channel. Today we're looking at my settings, guys. Once again, we're going over my settings, things I've made that's new, things I've changed, and things that help you guys play a much better, especially for you console players. These are great tips for you guys, for those of you that are new. Now with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and state right now that the settings I use when it comes to sensitivity, when it comes to button layout, that is all personal preference. You guys do not have to play in the settings I'm playing on. That doesn't really matter. All you guys really need to be paying attention to is the other settings below that, like, you know, tactical sprint and all that stuff I'll be getting into in a second. But yeah, guys, you guys do not need to use my settings, okay? You do not need to. All right, guys, so we're gonna go and hop straight into this. We're gonna start off with that button layout. As I was just speaking about, guys, I have this on default. It does not matter what button layout you guys use. This is all personal preference. Whatever you guys feel most comfortable with, obviously use. But for me, you guys know me, I play claw, so I don't really need to have a special button layout preset. But you know, in case if I didn't play claw, or if you have a, you know, if you don't have a scuff controller, you guys can change this. And if you guys do want to change it, go ahead, go for it. Like, it can really help you guys gameplay. But yeah, for me, I have this on default. Obviously, no one vertical look. I don't do that. Dead zone is 0.6. Now I believe in my last settings video was actually 0.8. I did decrease this a little bit because a lot of the stick drift in my controller actually went away because I actually cleaned my controller, so the joysticks aren't drifting around as much, which obviously leads to me not having not needing as much dead zone. So yeah, that's my dead zone. Horizontal stick sensitivity, you guys already know me, I play on 2020. A lot of people were asking me in my previous videos, you know, why, you know, is it good to switch to 20? Should I switch to 2020 and whatnot? And honestly, I'll tell you guys right now, if you feel like you're struggling to hit your shots right now on a lower sensitivity, then I really recommend you do not switch to 2020 because it's going to make your shot even worse. It's going to make it very hard for you to, you know, control your control your aim, and overall it's just going to be very difficult. But hey, if you guys do want to take a leap of faith and try 2020 out, I definitely recommend it. It will definitely give you a much faster reaction time and response time to most of your gunfights. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys switch 2020. But yeah, you guys don't have to if you don't want to. You know, it's not a big deal. Moving on down, we have the ADS sensitivity multiplier, guys. Now I did also change this as well. This used to be 1.05. For me, I actually upped it to 1.25. I'm going to explain why I did that. The reason why I did that is because I actually want, you know, to be able to track people that are very close to me. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so pretty much when you aim down sights in Warzone, it is going to slow down your aim, which makes it to where, you know, if someone's really close to you and runs behind you, you kind of have to unaim in order to, you know, find them and then aim again to shoot them. However, when you have a higher ADS sensitivity, it allows you to, you know, not have to un-ADS. You can just keep aiming while following them. So, and therefore it's much better. Now I wouldn't recommend you guys put it this high if you guys, like I said, if you guys struggle with your shots. But you know, if you guys don't, if you guys want to, you know, increase it, you know, increase it small, you know, if you guys are starting off at, I don't know, if you guys are starting off the default, which is 0.80, I would recommend, you know, working your way up. Start at 1.80 or 0.80 and go to 0.90, maybe 0.95, and slowly just go up until you guys find a nice comfortable spot. But yeah, for me, you guys already know I use 1.25. All right, guys, so the aim response curve type is dynamic. I actually used to play on linear, but I find dynamic just more, I don't know, more smoother, more comfortable for me. This is also, you know, personal preference. You do not need to really change your curve type, but I do recommend trying all of them out because they all do have a very different feel, and it can actually improve your aim or improve your gameplay for you more than it could for anyone else. Now, for controller vibration, guys, I honestly, like, this is controversial. A lot of people like vibration. They like to know when they're getting shot at. Me personally, vibration just makes it harder for me to shoot straight. You know, I feel pressured. I feel, you know, like I'm just being pressured when trying to fight. So therefore, I don't actually use any controller vibration. Aim assist type is standard. I don't really do anything special for that. This is ADS melee. Weapon mount movement exit is enabled. We have aim down sight behaviors hold, steady aim behaviors hold, equipment behaviors hold. And guys, here's a huge one right here, use/reload behavior. I do have this on contextual tap, guys. For those of you that are new to the game, pretty much when you press tap to reload, it's going to make it to where, you know, if you want to go open a chest, you have to hold down square in order to actually open that chest. So therefore, you know, it kind of makes it to where people can open chests before you or pick up guns before you, and you do not want that disadvantage. Trust me, you want to be able to pick up a gun right away. If you have on tap to reload, then it's going to make it to where, you know, if someone else finds a gun on the ground, you guys are both running to the gun, they're going to always pick up the gun first if they're actually using contextual tap. So make sure you guys have that on. We have depleted ammo switch on disabled. I hate it when the gun switches my weapon, or the game switches my weapons when it's disabled, or when it's out of ammo, so therefore I have this disabled. Armor plate behavior, I do have the on apply all. This is also personal preference. For me personally, I like to be able to run around and look around while, you know, being able to put on plates and being completely aware of what's going on around me. Especially in Rebirth Islands, this is such an extreme mode, such a fast-paced mode. You really need to be able to move around while plating up. It's very important. But this is personal preference. Like I said, you guys can put this on apply one, apply all. It's up to you. Slide behavior is tap, guys. Is another huge one. Make sure your slide behavior is on tap if you guys actually do want to slide cancel properly. You know, a lot of people I see, they try to slide cancel with hold behavior, which, you know, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna work. You're not gonna slide cancel as effectively, as efficiently. Trust me, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to it, but trust me, it's definitely worth switching this to tap. Automatic tac sprint, guys, I do recommend you guys have this on tactical sprint. Now listen, a lot of people were saying in my videos as well that, you know, tactical sprint's kind of weird because it makes your gun stutter and you can't actually sprint. This does depend on your controller. If your controller has a faulty left joystick, then I do recommend just leaving this on disabled. But if it doesn't, if your left joystick is cool and you're not really stuttering around and looks like you're having a seizure, then you guys can go ahead and turn this on auto tac sprint. I definitely recommend it. It's going to take you guys some time to get used to, but trust me, it's going to allow your slide canceling and your movement to be way better. All right, guys, so parachute auto deploy, I do have this disabled. Very important. You know, real quick explanation for that. Pretty much, if you have this enabled, it's going to make it to where the parachute will open before you reach the ground. However, it opens quite high, and honestly, if anyone else doesn't have this feature, they can drop down way sooner than you and pick up guns way faster than you. So honestly, I would recommend having this disabled. But if you guys don't want to, then obviously it's all, by all means, you guys can just leave this enabled. And then for tactical sprint, I just have that on double tap. That is pretty much all my controller settings right there. I'm gonna just brush over my other general settings right now. You know, brightness is 55, got no film grain. I hate film grain. We have language selection, obviously English, no colorblind settings, no motion blur, guys. Please do not do that. It can make it harder for you to see your enemies, especially if you have it on world motion blur. I don't have any on-demand texture streaming. Well, wait, what is this? Oh, apparently I do. Oh, I guess you guys can go ahead and turn that on standard quality. That's actually what I use. I actually didn't know I even had this on. Minimap shape, guys, I definitely recommend you guys put this on square. It's gonna allow you guys to see more, you know, with your minimap with the UAV versus the circle. Minimap rotation should be enabled as well. It's gonna allow heartbeat sensors to be used more efficiently as well. And actually, it looks like there's a new setting here. We have kill feed time on screen. This is actually pretty new. I've never seen this before, but this is all personal preference, guys. It literally doesn't matter. But for me, you know, I think we'll put that on medium. I think we'll put that on medium. And then the rest of this, you guys can already see, this is all I have. Now, guys, for the audio settings, guys, once again, I'm going to just go ahead and brush over what we're doing here. We got boost low. I use HyperX Cloud 2, so boost low works good for me. Everyone has a different surround sound system or headphone set or headset, you know, so it's all personal preference. I do recommend you guys try out either boost low, boost high, boosts, or home theater. Those ones typically do the best or the most popular out of all of them. So definitely give those ones a try if you guys haven't already. Get master volume at 100, you know, dialogue volume at 100. I actually need to turn this down because dialogue volume is actually not that important. So I'm going to turn this down. It's going to be too loud sometimes. Effects volume I have at 100, cinematics 100. I do not have any music volume, obviously, and I don't have any Juggernaut music as well. Mono audio is disabled, guys. Do not, and I do repeat, do not put this on. It's going to make your audio messed up. You're not going to be able to tell where your enemy's at, so please just leave this off. Hitmarker sounds classic. I got no mono amount, or 100 mono amount. My bad. I'm just like not being able to speak right now. Voice chat volume, voice chat is enabled. Obviously, now I'm just going to run through this. I'm not going to state all this. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all there is for the settings as of right now. Now, this is obviously in season 6, as you guys can see in the bottom of the screen. So these are just some of the best settings you guys can use right now to improve your gameplay overall. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.